let's go on about the American election here in the U.S. Yesterday, someone sent on our subgroup the talking or panel discussion on it was what they say was Ethiopia for Biden and Harris, and we haven't have anyone say Ethiopia or Africa for Trump and what is his name, Michael Pence or Michael Pence, I don't know. By the way,
brother, I don't think you're gonna get no feedback from that. You know, that'd be putting them on exposure.
Yeah,
but they're not gonna tell you.
Yeah. So, by the way, me personally, I'm neutral on that because I'm Africanist. Okay, so regardless of who win and who lose, Africa, we still on fight. Okay. I always say that Black people are alone. Go ahead.
Well, you know, one thing I kind of noticed, I was actually tuning into the debates that they had on, what was it, Thursday night? And basically the debate between Trump and Biden, and they got to talking and discussing some of the major issues that are affecting African people here in the United States. And, you know, I just didn't feel that all comfortable with what was being given out as their rebuttal or answer to some of the questions. And some of the questions that the moderator had asked, they did not even get to answering that. You know, they were so busy bickering back and forth between each other, you know, taking pot shots at each other verbally, that some of the question that was asked about some of the modern day civil rights stuff that has been put on the table did not get answered at all. So I'm kind of skeptical of whether or not either one of these people, persons, if they happen to become president, you know, will the Black agenda itself stay on the table, and specifically to what's been going on here within the last 10 years in the United States with police brutality, economic issues, and certainly with the rise of poverty, income disparity between Black and white people here in the United States. That has definitely been a major issue that has been put on the table from the time of the 60s during the civil rights movement with Dr. Martin Luther King and all the other civil rights leaders for certain. So, yeah, you know, I think it's a toss-up right now, voting for who is the lesser of the two evils. And that's pretty much what African people have had to endure with some of the issues that African people here in the United States had to endure with from the time we've received the right to vote here in the United States. And I just want to put this clear too, that Black people, we've only had the actual physical right to vote since 1965. That's when they made it clear that all Black people here in the United States was given the equal right and opportunity to go to the poll to cast a vote. And so there have been many struggles with the voting methods that have taken place over the years, from poll blocking and keeping Black people from being part of the decision-making system, whether it's from the federal level all the way down to the local level. That has certainly been some issues that African American people have been dealing with for many years. So it gets back to it. I say this many times, that we are a generation of new breed leaders. We are not our grandparents. We are not our parents' generation, nor are we our grandparents' generation. We are Black people living in the 21st century, which in this day and time, it makes more sense that we call the shots of what we need as people. And this is some of the things that we do want to continue putting on the table in countries where we live at, whether it's here in the United States, UK, you're down in Brazil, to let it be known that African people do have a voice, and we must unite together as one force of people to get things accomplished, and we can do that for certain.
Thank you so much. I think that anyone who is African or Black in general, and that is hoping to be free or to be saved by Republican or Democrats, however you want to say it, needed to actually relook again, because someone who did not save you for the past 400 years, how do you think it's gonna save you in this coming next 5 years? I think that I see a lot of African people, I mean Black people in general, fighting over Biden or Trump. And somebody goes there and say, oh, this one is racist, and another one say, oh, this one is, like being in power for the past 30 some years, all of that. But at the end of the day, we Black people, we really have no space in this kind of politics. If someone will drag you in this politics, they are just trying to actually trying to say, hey, you know what? Oh, our ancestors fight for this. They did not fight to vote from those, just pick one of the as you say, the list of two evils. You don't choose from Lucifer and Satan. And because you honestly are choosing one thing. So I think Black people in general here in the US, they need to, if it is possible, they should create their own political party. That's why I always believe that Black people need to create their own political party. If they can't, then they just need to just pick one of those, and then not based on whether it's Republican or it's Democrats, whether it's just like, okay, I'm just wasting my time, or leave that alone, one of those three. But I don't see that, especially this election, I don't see anything that is gonna change Black people that is coming from either one of them. There is something, while a lot of people are chasing to vote for Mr. President Trump, let me show you what he just signed or asked on which date was that? The dates of October 19th. October 19th this year, Mr. President Trump on Monday said that Sudan will be removed on the list of the U.S. list of U.S. of states sponsor of terrorism, following through on the pledge of paying $335 million. Listen to that, $335 million. That's the money Sudan actually said or promised or pledged to pay to the United States because of the terrorists happened in September 11, so that Sudan can be removed off the list of terrorists, which we don't have any problem with that, by the way. We do not. However, how much they're gonna pay for the terrorism or the stealing and the killing of our people they have done many years and years in Africa? How much they're gonna pay to Kenyans who actually were victims of the terrorism in the terrorist attack? How much they're gonna pay for the Tanzanians who actually also were the victim of a terrorist attack? Because you're not gonna only pay US without paying other African countries, and also US should also be paying for what they have damaged, not only US, actually a lot of countries to Africa and African nations in Africa. So I think seeing how much are you that serious? Sudan don't even have this much money anyways. $3,335,000 No, 335 million of US dollar. That's a lot of money. Sudan don't have this, and they're not going to be able to afford that. So I think that, as I was saying, neither one of them is good for African or Africa in general. They all just not, they are here to just like not helping Black people in general, you know.
Forming a separate political party outside of the Republican and the Democratic Party. Many of us who are Pan-Africanists, we're about that red, black, and green, which is mean the unification of Black people are the most important thing that should be a part of our main agenda in this day and time. Supporting each other from the political standpoint of view as well as economic could definitely bring about change as we are looking to unite ourselves back to the mother continent, which could be also a catalyst for lifting us up as a people. Our parents and our grandparents' generation and their grandparents and their parents going all the way back to the 1700s, you know, they've been trying to get some type of validity out of a system that still recognizes them as a secondary citizen in a country in which we've gone to war and bled and died on many occasions to support and lift up a country such as the United States. And so, yeah, we're bringing about change. The New Africa Network itself is about change. It's about the unification down to business as a united Black people. And there may be very well an opportunity on the forefront of Black people united worldwide. We see empire that's on the forefront, something that has been given to us, to our ancestors, and that gift to us is Mother Africa. And as we see a brighter opportunity that is on the horizon today, we forge this alliance with our brothers and sisters worldwide. That's what it's about.
Yeah, actually, you remind me